Hey, what's up, everybody? Yeah, it's kind of late in the morning, if you will. It's about 3:12 on this TGIF now, but I was sleeping and excuse me, and I just woke up, tried to get back to sleep, but I couldn't, and I just thought I'd kind of give you my thoughts on something that I wanted to talk about, but need to get more information about it, and that's the PS4, the PlayStation 4, that was announced um, this past 2 days ago. This past Tuesday, Wednesday, I believe. Wednesday or Tuesday, something like that. Wednesday, I believe. And well, I just finished watching Angry Joe Vargas's vlog on it, which was about a half hour. So you got a half hour to spare. Check it out. I'll provide a link down below if you guys want to see it. But apparently, from what Joe said on here, and I was looking up the specs as well, looking up what he was talking about as well, and apparently it sounds like, according to what he said, because I didn't see the press conference, I didn't see the announcement, but you can obviously find it here on YouTube. But apparently what he said was, in his opinion, Sony, basically they started off the press conference by apologizing for last time when they made the announcement of the PS3, and basically as he was joking around, basically them saying, oh, the game, the next level of gaming, or the next gen of gaming will come when we say it comes, or something like that. So, yeah. Anyway, he was talking about that and how all these developers came up stage and he was actually showing some highlights of some of these developers coming on stage and announcing some of the games that they had planned for the PS4. Now, some of the games apparently he said look pretty good, like Killzone, Shadows Fall looks pretty cool, and I have to admit it looks all right. Bungie, of course, everybody knows Bungie's, well renowned for the Halo series, and they're obviously going to be giving Sony now an exclusive series as well called Destiny. And it sounds like it's going to be something that's going to allow you, or us, the players, to interact and probably shape the universe in the game or something. It's going to be some kind of MMO that we'll probably enjoy. I'm not really sure. But the thing that stood out to me, and I'm looking at it right now, is this. Right here, and that's the PlayStation 4 controller. Fuck. Excuse my language, but it just went off. Well, it's the PlayStation 4 controller, and if I can get it back here. And apparently, this is gonna basically be kind of like almost. It's basically, it's gonna have like a picture right there. Obviously, it's got a camera right there. I guess something. I'm pretty sure a lot of you that have watched it or know a little bit more about this kind of figured it out. It's got a share button and all that and stuff. So yeah, it looks pretty nice. I think obviously they're gonna have some kind of bar or something. I'm not really sure, like what they have for the PS Move that's gonna interact with this, because when you take a look at it, it's basically this is what I guess obviously they're saying it's going to be connected to. This is the right there. So again, obviously that's what the the new PS4 controller is going to be kind of like aimed towards. It says here that Sony has confirmed that the PS4 will not or won't require an always-on internet connection, and that it will not block used games. Okay. Now they also said that the PS4 has been compared to a supercharged PC, and that it will feature x86 CPU, an enhanced PC GPU, and 8 GB RAM. And the specification, where's my drink now? Just set it down somewhere. Oh, of course, I would set it when I can't reach it. But the specifications, basically, the specifications in full are the main processor being a single chip custom processor, CPU. The CPU will be x86 to 64 AMD quote unquote Jaguar, 8 cores, GPU 1.84 T-flops, AMD next generation Radeon based graphics engine. Memory will be GDDR5 8 GB. Hard drive built in. The hard disk drive built in. Optical drive read only for BD Blu-ray disc. 6x CAV. DVD. It's Blu-ray disc 6x CAV. DVD X8 CAV. The I/O super speed USB 3.0. Communication Ethernet 10 BASE-T 100 base-TX and 1000 base-T. 1 EEE 802.11 B/G/N, Bluetooth 2.0/EDR, AV output, HDMI AV output, analog AV output, digital output, optical. And it says, and here it's got the gallery view. The first image is the PS4's controller and camera. So obviously that's what it is. Again, and it looks, obviously, looks very really. I mean, the controller looks like a DualShock controller, but here's the negatives, and I do agree with Joe on this. You are not going to be able to kind of use your PS3 DualShock controllers on this, and that's a shame. You see, that's the one advantage Nintendo has given the players, has given the consumer with the Wii U. With the Wii U, you actually can use your Wii U controllers as backwards compatibility. You know, now, yeah, but like I said, like I mentioned, it's late and everything, but basically, this is what Nintendo has an advantage over it. It lets you use your Wii controllers and your Wii motion controllers as backwards compatibility controllers with the Wii U. That's what I meant. Like I said, it's late, and I apologize. It basically states that the controller features a light bar that acts like a PlayStation Move. You know that what I was just showing you? Well, that's basically what it is right there. Now, as we continue on, and hopefully I can get this before my battery dies here. And if not, you know, I'll provide a link down below for you guys to check it out at Digital Spy. Again, you've already seen the front of the controller. But basically, this is supposed to be like a controlling move. It's like you have the controller, and you can do this now. You can move with the controller, just like you would, I guess, obviously with the PS Move. I'm assuming. I'm not really sure. And there's the side specs of the controller right there, if you will. Again, the controller looks pretty nice and very promising, but the only negative as well is we didn't get to see what the console itself is going to look like. We didn't get to see what the console itself will look like. And there's a close-up of the controller. Obviously, it's got a mic right about here under the screen, if you will. But again, the negative is we didn't get to see what the console itself looks like. And Joe brought up a picture at the end where pretty much people had an idea of what the controller was going to look like. And that right there is exactly what I was showing you in that little video clip. That's, I guess, how you're going to be able to do it. It says Sony also revealed a new PlayStation Eye-like accessory which uses 2 cameras at its PlayStation meeting. And what Joe also kind of announced is this thing will record you. If you schedule it for recording, but you forget about that, obviously it'll start recording without you knowing, or something like that. And it's kind of like, yeah, there you go right there. It's kind of like the Kinect, if you will, but it's got 2 cameras and it can be tilted through a number of angles. And this is the camera. This is the camera. So again, this thing's gonna, like I say, you'll be able to share, I think, pictures just like you do with the Kinect. But this thing will record you, and apparently it's gonna let you share your recordings and your Let's Plays and stuff. Apparently. Through Ustream, which Joe has said is, not probably the best, video streaming option you got out there. But hey, with YouTube and its restrictions, no offense to YouTube, it's got to do what it's got to do. But with some of its restrictions, I guess Sony's like, hell, we're not going to take that chance. And there it is right there again. But apparently this is going to interact with your controller. It's going to record or footage for you, like it can record you probably, and let you upload it to something like Ustream. Now it says, meanwhile, Game has confirmed that it's already accepting pre-orders for the PS4, even though a final release date has not officially been confirmed yet. Now, another thing that Joe said about this, now again, some of the specifications about this is the 6X CV thing for the DVD, for the Blu-ray. It's going to be able to do Blu-ray at the 6 speeds, basically 6X speed, from what I understand. And the DVDs are going to be able to be played at 8X speed. In other words, 8 times the speed of normal, of what's being done now or something, I'm not sure. But obviously it's supposed to do a lot of this. Again, he said there are some disadvantages, and I agree these are disadvantages. One, you can't do the PS3 controller like you could do with the Wii and the Wii U. Or like you can use a Wii Motion or Wii controller with the Wii U. You can't do that. Another thing, and obviously Alpha Omega Sin, I know is going to probably be talking about this, no backwards compatibility. That's right. No backwards compatibility. In other words, you cannot play a PlayStation 3 game on the PS4. It's only PS4 only. But here's the thing. It says it's not going to block used games. But obviously, it sounds like it's not going to block used PS4 games. It's just not going to let you play PS3 games on there. So that's a huge disadvantage. Hopefully Microsoft doesn't do that and they let you do backwards compatibility. But again, that's another disadvantage in my opinion. I agree with that. Hold on for a second.